Hi, welcome to Tips and Tips Advice. I'm Karin.
And I'm Rona.
All right, and today we're going to be talking about how long should you date multiple people at the same time before, you narrow it down or you kick all of them to the curb and start fresh.
Basically, how long do you date someone?
Before you start, maybe you want to take it seriously or see if it's going somewhere.
Narrow it down. You don't want to continue to date multiple people, It's not fair to you. It's not fair to them. It's definitely not fair to them, especially if they don't know about it. So how do you narrow it down?
Well, I would say this. First off, if you're going to be going out on a date with people, I think, like I said, narrowing it down. Well, you don't have to narrow it down, but I think when you first start going out with people, you kind of get a feeling whether you want to keep going out with them or not. And if you don't feel anything with that person, you don't feel a connection, don't try to force it and be like, oh, let's see where this goes. No. If you have to say, let's see where this goes, it's probably going nowhere.
It's probably not the person you want to continue to date. I think
not honestly, after at least 3 good times.
Yeah, I was going to say after the 3rd date, I think you can pretty much know where you stand with that person or whether you want to spend more time with them or even if you see yourself in a relationship with them. I mean, the whole purpose of dating is to finally get in a relationship, possibly get married or whatever your expectations are with that person. It's to go further than just dating them.
You know what? You just said a key thing. What are your expectations? What are you looking for a relationship? That's the thing. If you're not and you just want to just date willy-nilly, then hey, then it is what it is.
It is, but I mean, I still don't think it's fair if you're not being up close, being upfront with people.
Well, you know what happens when you're not upfront with other people? Then other people are not going to be upfront with you. They'll keep hanging around because you're not saying nothing.
And if you're not saying nothing, it just, my thing is at the end of the day, you don't want to put anything past one person that you're not capable of doing yourself. Or if you are doing something, don't think for 1 second that person may not be doing it too. So if you're dating multiple people and you're not saying anything about it, they're probably doing the same thing too. Mm-hmm. So, you pretty much, if you're dating and you want a relationship, you want to go ahead and kind of narrow that down within the first couple of dates, or if you're dating.
I don't think it's just about, I don't think we need to be so relationship gung-ho either though. I mean, like so pressured to want to pressure other people into relationships. Yeah. I think it's a matter of taking your time to get to know people if, you guys have something similar in common, because you want to kind of be equally yoked with somebody, meaning that you guys have some of the same things in common. Because if you don't and you have so many differences, eventually it ends up being an issue. I mean, as much as we want to avoid that, it does end up being an issue eventually that ends up having a pretty high price, especially after investing so much time spending it with that person. That's why a lot of people don't even leave relationships because they're like, oh my God, I've been with this person so long. I don't feel like I can leave now.
Feel trapped. A lot of people do feel trapped in relationships.
Yeah, but really, you're not trapped. You're the one who's trapped yourself. Nobody's holding you down. No. You're the one who's putting these stipulations on yourself. So I think kind of figure that out in the beginning if you're going to be dating multiple people to kind of figure things out. But I personally think if you're dating too many people all at once, it has a tendency to, you're going to be absorbing everybody's energy. And I think it's hard to narrow down who you really can feel something for you. Mm-hmm. And then I think it's hard for that person to feel if you even have anything for them because you're sharing your energy with too many people all at one time. You're dating this person so you like something about them. You're dating this person so you like something about them. And even though you're not sleeping with anyone or, kissing or whatever, you're still giving parts of you to all these different people expecting to find one person. And I think too many people think, oh, I'm just going to date as many people as possible until I find the one. And I think it's good to date multiple people and not be interacting with anyone. I think that's cool if you're just in that dating phase, but I don't think it's cool if you're actually looking for someone because you're not going to get there quicker if that's your thought process.
I'm going to be the devil's advocate on this one.
Okay.
We live in a world that, we depend on online dating and meeting people on Instagram, Facebook, for the old schoolers, MySpace and Black Planet. I went back there. But at any rate, we do live in a technology world. So if you're dating, when I say dating more than one person, it's like you're physically spending time with these people. Mm-hmm. And in the beginning, I would say date a couple of people, but at some point you have to narrow it down. You can't continue to date more than one person. Maybe after the second or third date, you know whether you want to see that person or not. Don't get in the cycle of using people, using it for
because it comes back to you.
Or, you know what I'm saying? I just want to go out to dinner, so I'm going to call him. Or, you know, I just, you know, it's some of the people you don't enjoy spending time with. So you need to pay attention to that when you're dating. You want to make sure that you're actually enjoying the time spent with this person and not what they're doing for you. Meaning they're buying you things, so they come and pick you up in their fancy car and they're taking you to fancy restaurants and you're really not even into them. You know, you're on your phone and you're texting during a date. I mean, those are signs that you need to look at when you first start dating someone. So maybe 2 or 3 dates. After the third date, you kind of want to make a decision if I want to continue to see this person.
Yeah, I totally agree on that because I actually did that. I did that. I went out with this guy twice. The first time we went out, it was a really nice restaurant, really chill vibe. And it started to I started to get tired towards the end. I was like, oh, maybe I'm just tired, so I'm getting sleepy, you know? So that was that date. It was cool. Second date, it was worse. I actually did start falling asleep and I started to realize what it was. Even though he could hold a good conversation, he bored me. And I mean, it just is what it is. Everybody's not for everybody. So third time he calls me up on the phone. He's like, hey, you know, I want to take you out on a date again. And I was like, I want to say something that I don't want you to take it the wrong way. I said, I don't want to waste your time, you know, and use you and go out with you or whatever, you know. And I try to put it on that instead of saying waste my time. Because then now you've become a rude, you know what. And I was like, no, I really don't want to waste your time and be unfair to you and, you know, keep going out with you and you think, you know, this is going somewhere. And I was like, I just don't feel that. I was like, I do appreciate, you know, a couple of days we went on, but I was like, no, I can't really go out with you after that. And that was pretty much it.
And that's a good thing to basically say, hey, you recognize it and I don't want to waste your time. And you know, hey, it's just not working. I mean,
it's only fair because that kind of stuff comes back to you.
Not only does it come back to you, well, it comes back to you.
It comes back to you in other forms.
But yeah, you don't want to set a precedence to make a person think that it's going to be more than what it is because that's going to make them feel like crap and it's going to come off on you because then they're going to say something mean or something hurtful to you and it's just going to end ugly.
Something hurtful
and you don't want to. And you don't want to burn a bridge that doesn't need to be there. You know, because you know we live in Atlanta and Atlanta's very small. You'll run into those people again.
Surprisingly,
because
I ran into him again.
Right, and you'll run into people again. And you know what? They'll respect you more than, you know, you're using them and saying, oh, I just want to go with him. And then you really have a main guy or a main girl that you're kicking it with. And you just they're just to pass the time. That's not fair. It's not fair to you. And it's not fair to them. It's not. So, you know, you want to pretty much try to narrow it down to one person.
And you don't really even have to narrow it down to one person. If you don't like that person, there's nobody to narrow down to.
Yeah. I mean, if you're dating multiple people.
Yeah, but if you don't see it going anywhere with anyone, then...
then you continue to date. But you don't continue to go on different dates with the same people.
Yeah,
and you don't see it going anywhere.
Yeah, don't do
that. So after the third date, you should know if you really want to see them again. I mean, if they're intriguing you enough to make you want to see where this is going to go or, you know, whatever the case.
And we're not talking about just sex and what their penis looks like.
That's a whole other subject about sex. Like, you shouldn't even be trying to have sex with somebody you don't even know. I'm just being honest. I mean, I know we physical beings and we see, oh, they fine or he fine, she look good, this, that, and third. But get to know people. Take the time to get to actually know them.
And they're not going to want to marry you because you showed them how great your sex game was and your FaceTime. You know,
right?
I'm just saying. You know, I don't think. Honestly, I think one person at a time is enough.
Well,
you know,
I don't agree with that. I just don't agree with if you're dating and you're trying to get to know someone, dating one person at a time because you may be dating this one person for let's say 2 to 3 months. A lot of people feel like, oh, I wasted my time.
Yeah, but you knew you were wasting your time when you were doing it. Be real with yourself. You know, it's like when you're wasting someone, your time.
Like, I'm big on chemistry. Like, if we meet, you know, regardless if we met online or whatever, when we meet a person, if it's not an initial spark there, I'm not going to continue to talk to you. I'm sorry.
And that's what I'm saying.
You have to feel that with a person. So if you're not feeling that within the first 2 to 3 days, because, you know, people come, you know, I dated someone and it was like, it took maybe the second or third date before they kind of, you know, because they were nervous. you know, they were really nervous. They didn't talk much in the beginning, and they were just nervous. But when they got on the phone, you know, we talked about it. Then went on another date, and everything was awesome. Then, you know, it kind of went on or whatever. But anyway, I'm just big on chemistry. So if I'm out with someone, I'm not feeling them, period. Like, I feel nothing there. Like, I'm not engaged in the conversation.
Stop forcing it.
And I'm constantly picking up my cell phone on Instagram, Facebook, or whatever.
Really,
but people do it. People do it. But if you find yourself doing that, then that's not the person. You don't need to go on that date with that person anymore.
If you're out with somebody, but if you do that, number one, if you do it, don't expect nothing better back. But I'm sorry, if I'm out with somebody and they're constantly doing that, no.
It's rude. It's rude. And to me, it's telling me that you don't want to spend any more time with me, because my time is precious, and if I can't have your undivided, then guess what? I'm not going to continue to date you. I mean, but that's something that you notice with a person, their behavior, when a cell phone becomes more of a priority, or they're text messaging, or they're constantly taking pictures, posting them up, or whatever case may be.
And you're not in any
and you're not. Oh yeah, definitely. Well. We're not gonna go there. So
you are very correct. We don't
you
need
don't
to
have
go
to
there.
put. You don't have to. You know, put pictures of other people in there. But
my thing is this: if you're always out with that person and they always posting pictures of them, when you're always out with that person and they're always posting up pictures like they're by themselves, how arrogant and rude of you. You know, those are the kind of things we should pay attention to. You know what I mean? They join you to their Instagram, and here it is. You've been hanging out all this time, and every photo you're missing. So what does that say?
Well,
you
know
don't mean nothing.
No,
you
that doesn't.
No, you don't.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I personally don't think so, because some people don't like to put their business out there. They just don't.
Yeah, because what they're doing.
Well, they don't necessarily have to be doing anything.
Really?
They don't. They don't have to be doing anything. They just don't want everybody in their business until they know for a fact, okay, so I'm dating this person. We've been dating for 2 or 3 months.
That's how you become the side chick.
No,
when you're invisible in
no,
all the pictures.
I don't agree with that. I don't.
Really?
Personally, I don't agree with that.
So you don't post the person you're in a relationship with on Instagram?
Not every time.
Okay, but you do it.
Not often.
But you do it.
I have done it.
Thank you.
But
my point. I
don't do it often, and I don't.
You're not required to.
But you know, not even that. We were dating for a long time before I even posted one picture, and we were in a relationship. I just never posted pictures. There were always pictures of me, because guess what? It's my page.
You are right. You're right. Nobody has control of that. But
maybe I'm narcissistic. Whatever.
I'm just saying. I feel like when people do things like that. Anyway, we it doesn't matter. How about that? No. But, if it makes you feel uncomfortable, I feel like that's your sign to know maybe this relationship is not for you.
Or maybe, bring it to that person's attention.
Yeah.
And if they don't do anything about it, then, then
But that's another way you date multiple people, because they're out in different places taking all these pictures. Trust me, if they were out with you and they did it, they out with somebody else doing it. Yeah. That's all I gotta say.
Really, I can agree with that.
Thank you.
But at the same time.
Anyway, moving on. Not to digress.
Okay. So, to stay on track, basically dating more than one person, you should narrow it down within a certain time frame. So if you're dating like 4 or 5 people, you want to narrow it down after the second, third date. You kind of know if you want to even spend time with them. Mm-hmm. Honestly, you may even know after the 4th, 5th phone call.
Honestly, I think you kind of know around the first time if you're feeling people or not.
Yeah.
You know
like
when you're feeling them. But
people,
chemistry is just the initial thing, I think, that lets you know something's there. But after that, it's more listening to people, listening to what they're saying, paying attention to their actions, because people can say anything. Anybody can put words together. A child can put words together. The question is the actions that they take when they're with you, not what they've done for other people. Anybody can say they've done X, Y, Z because that's how they envisioned it in their mind.
You probably get a hold of stuff.
Yeah, and then if you heard someone else, they will be like, no, that's not what happened. So pay attention to people's actions. Stop giving people the benefit of the doubt before they prove themselves. Too many people want this easy, hand me this before I do anything for it. Pay me before I do the job. Really? What job they do that at? Mm-hmm. There's no job that you go to.
You get paid up front.
Can't even go to the restaurant. You can't even go to McDonald's and order food and have it first and eat it before,
Yeah, you're going to pay for that.
Yeah, you're going to pay for it.
So let's just say you're dating 5 people. Let's just say 5 people. Met them all online. You go on a couple of dates with them. You need to narrow it down, because you don't need to continue to date those 5 people for 5 months. Like, that's not cool.
No, that's not right.
So you want to narrow it down.
You're doing something with somebody. Matter of fact, one of my friends, he just went through this with this girl. Oh my gosh. He just went through this with this girl where she was showing like she was interested. They talked every day, Skype talked, everything. And he's getting ready to go visit. And all of a sudden, she's not answering the phone. He's bought his ticket to go see her. Just terrible. And then she finally calls him and she's like, well, yeah, I'm seeing someone. Do you think you could have said that before somebody bought that ticket? That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Just totally outright selfish. That's selfishness. And now that's when you need to be honest before somebody buys their ticket to come see you.
I mean, I think you need to be honest, period. It's like, don't let it linger on.
No, you're right. Because she was in something that was serious.
Right.
And if you know it was serious, why are you entertaining the company of other people?
You know why? Because people get bored. And they don't know how to be alone with themselves.
And that's not alone. That's a lot.
But I'm saying a lot of people know I'm serious. They don't know how, I'm not saying be alone, but they don't know how to just, that person, keep yourself busy doing something else. Not, spending your time talking on the phone with the next person and trying to get to know this other person when you're clearly in a relationship. Like, that's not cool.
Find a hobby. Yes, find a hobby, go volunteer, give your services, learn how to be less selfish, give of yourself. That's all being less selfish is give more of yourself instead of holding on to it and hoarding it. But I think, you made some valid points. You made some excellent. I'm not disagreeing with you about being honest. I think we should. I just think.
I mean, you don't have to tell everything.
I just don't think you should. And I used to be the person that would divulge every single detail. Yeah. Now I'm just like, you know what? You don't have to tell every single itty teeny weedy.
You don't want to go into too much detail,
especially with a guy. They don't really.
Yeah, they don't want to hear all that.
They just want to make sure they can depend on you. You haven't been screwed by too many people, and you're going to be just with them, and you're going to be loyal. I mean, let's just be real. Yeah, that's what men are looking for. They're not looking for a Miss Chatterbox. So, all depend on who they are, and then even then, But like I said, at the end of the day, you just basically want to, narrow down. You don't want to continue. If you're gonna do it, if you're dating, but if you're looking for a relationship, then you want to narrow down so you can actually spend most of your time getting to know one, maybe two people. Until you narrow down one person. But what's going to happen is you're going to find yourself spending more time with one person than the other. You're going to find yourself talking on the phone with one person more than the other. And that's pretty much your sign. So don't fight it. And don't try to go date the other person when the other person is available. I know a lot of people that do that. They want to date. They juggle two people because they're like, oh, well, when he's not available or she's not available. If plan A doesn't work, I have plan B, C,
that's not cool. That's not cool because you're automatically setting it up saying, hey, it's not going to work with this person.
Yeah, it's not going to ever work
because I got this person on the back burner, so this person is waiting.
This is a great point you're making because a lot of people I think do this when they plan to get married. They plan to do this when they get married, which is if this doesn't work out. I used to date Jimmy. Now I'm married to John, but I used to date Jimmy, and I know Jimmy is like head over heels for me. And if this doesn't work out, I can go back to Jimmy. Go back to
him. He'll always take me back, or I will always go back.
Stop these plan Bs. This is what messes up relationships. Stop making these plan Bs, people. If you're going to go into something, go in because you know it is everything you want. And even if it is not picture perfect, if it is what you want, put your all into it. Both of you need to put your all into it. Stop making these plan Bs. That's why things don't work.
But you know what? I think it is because everyone thinks that it's a game. And you know what a game is? A game is a game. It has a start and it has a finish.
You're right.
And sometimes in between.
And there's a winner and a loser.
And there's always a winner and a loser. And guess what? When the game is over, you get to start over. You may have 3 lives to start off with.
Yeah, but you might lose everything.
And you might lose everything, but then you start over. And a lot of people look at relationships as a game, or they look at the dating as they always, don't hate the player, hate the game. I hate that saying because it's like,
that's just whack. That's an excuse.
But you're going into it saying, hey, this ain't gonna last long, but I'm in for the ride. I'm enjoying it for what it is. And, is that right? If you'll always continue dating. You would never be in a long-lasting relationship, or better yet, even get married if that's something you're looking for.
But a lot of people think they don't want marriage because it won't work out for them. It won't work out for you because you don't even have that mentality. You're that plan B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, Z. You know what I mean? Yeah. You already have the mentality. You don't believe in putting your all into anything. So that's a classic example right there of somebody who has poor follow through, poor commitment. And if that's the kind of person that already they told you they don't want marriage, ladies, listen, stop trying to convert men. Yeah. Stop trying to convert them into something that, even I'm sure women do it too.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
a lot of this is more geared towards today. This right here, what I'm saying, let me say that it's more geared towards women. Stop trying to convert people into something that they are not. They showed you who they were in the beginning.
But guys do it too.
Yeah.
Guys get with girls and they're like, hey, I want a girl that can cook and clean. And you get with Becky over here, and Becky can't cook at all.
She give mad FaceTime, but
she get good.
She get mad FaceTime,
but really,
she can't cook.
But she can't cook. She don't clean up after herself, and then you're trying to make her out to be somebody she's not. You want to make her into a wife.
Put people on a high pedestal, and then when they crush it, oh my God, she just wasn't who I thought she was. No, you knew who she was.
You just refused to believe it.
Exactly.
And people tell you who they are. It's your.
They show you.
They show
telling.
They they show you who they are. They'll tell you who they think they are, but they'll really show you who they are.
Yeah.
So it's like you need to listen.
I think it's that whole benefit of the doubt.
Yeah,
you can't get out the window. Let's just be real.
If someone is really who they are, they're going to be 100%.
And they're going to show it. They're going to be willing to show it because they desire to do it, not because they have a point to prove to you, but because they desire to do it from their heart, because that's their true character. You can't make anyone into something else. Even if you're dating all these people and you're like, oh, well, I spent all this time dating this one person, now I narrowed down to him. And so what? If you two just don't get along, they don't have that quality, they got poor work ethics, they can't keep a job. What does time have to do with that?
No, you might want to say goodbye.
Start back dating.
Yeah, start back dating. I mean,
matter of fact, spend some time with yourself. What kind of choices are you making that are attracting
these
people?
Same exact people. You know what? And that's what a lot of people are failing to look at too. What is it about you? What is it about you that you attract this no good person, a person that's constantly
repeat,
or a cheater, a compulsive cheater, someone who's always lying, or this that? What is it about you that you're attracted to this kind of person, so you want to look at that.
This behavior, you see it from the beginning, you accept it, you make excuses for it. Oh, well, he might change. Oh, I know if I just give him some more time. Oh, I know he's gonna fall in love with me because I'm just great. Oh, he said he loved the way loved the way I do X, Y, Z and give FaceTime. Oh, he might fall in love with me just because he used the word love, or I might love you, or you might be. Oh my gosh, you might be the one. Anybody who tells you might be the one,
you're not the one.
Please, you're not the one, because nobody will ever say that.
If they feel like you're the one, they're going to tell you you're
Matter
the one.
Matter of fact, they don't have to tell you. They're going to make an effort to do this number right here. They'll make an effort to show up in your life. They'll make an effort to be there and do what they can do. Stop making excuses, ladies. Stop it. Why are you making excuses for these people?
Yeah,
To do what? To trample all over you, and then you be like, oh, because I'm too kind.
For you to be disappointed in the end.
Yeah, and then be like,
in that game that you're calling it, you're going to be disappointed.
Yeah, because you put yourself in the game.
Yeah.
You put yourself in the game, and then you get upset. And then, oh, I'm too kind, I'm too nice. This is what happens to me being too kind. Now I'm going to... Exactly. So women, stop playing these games. Stop dating all these multiple people like that.
Guys seem to stop doing it too, though.
Men are going to do that.
It's not acceptable.
I'm sorry. I know it's not.
It's not acceptable. Narrow down.
Because you are.
But it's okay for a guy to do it.
No, I'm not saying it's okay for a guy to do it, but I think women, we don't set the standard. So here it is. We don't ever. Well, I don't want to say we don't ever, but majority of women don't set the standard, and because you don't do that, men won't. They won't become to accept that as the standard either for them to step up to. We making it easy. Well, way too easy. Yeah. So you can't expect marriage when you're dating. Your ethics for dating doesn't say anything about you interested in taking in a relationship. It's not a relationship. What is the word? It's not a relationship quality.
Yeah. Oh, that's all.
Yeah, because it's just you're being too easy with the dating. Even though you're dating multiple people, you're just giving it out like cookies. Cookies on a platter at a party. Just don't make it so easy.
Yeah.
If you're really looking for a relationship, then write down what you're looking for. Really, write down what you're looking for and pay attention to these people, the things they do, not what they say. Anybody can put words together. People, to actually put forth effort is a whole nother subject. And that's what you're really looking for. And you can't ask for it from somebody else if you yourself are not willing to do it. Because you will not find someone like that. They will not tolerate staying with you for long because they're going to see who you are. And you're not going to match up. You're not going to be equally yoked. And that's what equally yoked means. You're not of the same cloth. You don't work hard. They work hard. You think they're going to want to be lazy?
the more you put out, the more you'll get back the same thing. So if you're putting out that you can't be trusted, or, I'm going to play games, I'm going to do this, I'm going to cheat, I'm going to, do what I'm going to do me.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to do me.
That mentality.
I don't care about you. I'm going to do me.
You're right. Then you're going to meet more people that care about you, and they're going to do them.
Yep. And they're going to continue to do them.
And you're going to keep attracting those people.
Yeah. And then at some point, someone has to stop it. So you need to stop it within yourself. So you stop it within yourself. I hope you stop it, because somebody else ain't going to stop it for you. So you have to stop it. But like I said, someone has to. So you be the bigger person and stop it, because you want more for yourself. You want someone that's going to be dedicated to you. I mean, if that's what you want,
Now keep in mind, if you're the kind of person you're a manipulator, then you're going to meet other people
who are manipulated.
Who are going to manipulate you.
Out manipulate you. You're like, how happened? Oh, I'm in the game.
Yeah, they're in the game. So be careful dating these multiple people. I don't think it's about dating all these people so you can quote unquote find the one. I think the moment we stop searching outside and start searching in here to take care of us and make this person better, is the moment you're going to meet that person that your soul desires, not what your heart or your eyeballs see. I mean, it's great. Please believe it. It's great to be with somebody who looks just as great as you, because you spend time taking care of yourself.
Right.
Taking care of your mind, taking care of your heart. You want to meet people who have the same interests. They have a spiritual, interest just like you do, or whomever you are, because you're going to attract to yourself who you are anyway. Mm-hmm. So dating these multiple people are not going to help you find that person quicker. They're not going to help you find the one quicker. And I think the more we keep looking for this person, it becomes hard to realize what's in front of you when it is in front of you. I think the moment you're not looking is the moment, when that person comes. And this kind of reminds me of this thing I heard about, how Eve was created. When Eve was created, God put, and you have to believe in God for this, but this is just an analogy. God put Adam to sleep. When he awoke, Eve was laying, was next to him. So a lot of times your Eve you're looking for, your Adam, your eyes are closed. Yeah, and all of a sudden they be right there. So stop keep searching, take care of yourself, search in this person, take care of this person. Yeah. And you know what, if you're going to date multiple people, have fun, but don't, be safe.
And be realistic with it. Don't continue to date multiple people and think that they're not going to do the same or better yet.
Yeah, and you have no good intentions,
or think it's going to go somewhere, and you're dating several people, and you want to. I wanted to go.
I'm gonna hold on to this person just in case that person don't work out.
Exactly. It's never going to work out, because you already have that set intention in your head, so it's not going to work out.
And that same intention is going to happen right back to you. You're going to keep dating people who are holding on to you as a backup plan for something to do. I mean, it's just
narrow it down. Just at the end of the day, just narrow it down. Don't continue to date multiple people. I mean, unless, if you're looking for a relationship, don't continue to do it. If you're not looking for a relationship, just be safe. That's all I can say about it. I mean.
Yeah, and just know that it's always easy to cut people off, but it's harder to face yourself.
Yeah.
But it's more real to face yourself. And I think the more we face ourselves, and not just beating yourself up or anything like that, but just digging to discover yourself, the more things will start to change. The more the type of people you meet will start to change. The more you'll start attracting those, quote unquote, I keep meeting these crazy,
right,
or whatever, So I think just be, if you're looking for something more, you have to become that. Whatever you're looking for, you have to become that. Definitely. And that's when you're going to attract that person. So you can't ask for, I want this person who's going to have all this money and this Lexus, and then what are you doing?
Yeah. So,
I mean, I'm just being real. What are you doing? If that's the kind of thing you want, what are you doing to take yourself up to that next level? But that man with that type of money, with that type of responsibility, is going to want a woman who is ambitious and on that same level. So what are you doing?
My thing, honestly, the way I feel is you can't ask for more than what you're willing to give, or more than you have to give. So you can't be, and I hate to say it, you can't be a waitress at a diner expecting to meet the Wolf of Wall Street. I'm just saying.
I mean, it can
but
happen.
That's like
but just saying, it can happen. Things happen where people are attracted to each other, and it just is what it is. But all I'm saying is you are who you are. So who's to say that person wasn't attracting in that other person exactly who they were? From the heart, So I just think it's something to just think about, And they'll probably be like, oh, strippers meet XYZ, and you know.
And they're set in that position to be XYZ.
But it doesn't mean you need to have the stripper lifestyle. But it's not for everybody. But hey, it's to each his own. No judging. Make your money. Do you. Be safe.
But you know, at the end of the day, it's, you know, you just want to pretty much, if you're looking for a relationship.
Yeah.
Dating multiple people, it's not going to get you there. It's not. So
it's not gonna help you find the one quicker. I know that's pretty much people's intention.
Yeah, I want to find
the one. Yeah, stop trying to force it. Stop trying to play God. Just find stuff to do yourself. Find your purpose. And if finding your purpose means, you know, reading some books, trying some new hobbies out, and putting your all into it, not just bouncing around. Oh, I don't, you know, not putting your all into it. You're never really gonna find out what you're truly made of. So I think we just need to spend more time with ourselves. But, you know, enjoy yourself too now. Enjoy yourself too while you can. Anyway, thank you for watching, and make sure to leave comments below if you have any questions about this video, if you have something you would like for us to talk about.
Yeah, definitely leave it in the box below, description box has all our information. Yeah, the comment area, leave your comments. But the description box will have all our information. Send an email with your topic, or you can leave it in the box, you know, in the conversation box below, and we'll get to it. We would love to hear from you. Pass this video along.
Yeah, make sure to share it on Facebook. And you know, you never know who you're helping. Sharing is
caring.
I'm just saying. So, anyway, bye, loves.
Bye.